Hello, Flosstube. Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, coming at you with my partly regular update and partly a Flosstube extra WIP parade. This is my update number 314. Not counting. I did last night, yesterday and last night, an FFO parade. Those of you who are my subscribers who have the little bell marked for notifications would have gotten my updates yesterday, last night, and or this morning. I've had a few some views of that already, but so I wanted to do this update for what progress I've made on things, and as well as a WIP update for my new WIPGO board, which I have done a preliminary run through of it, if you will. I reserve the right to make some changes as need be, but I've got my new WIPGO chart board, whatever you call it, and I have made a few changes. Last year, of course, this past year, 2020, it's not over yet. 2023, I had for each square, I had an FFO, the WIP, and a new start listed, and partly because I had so many finishes that needed to be FFO'd. Right now, I only have about 5 left. I have 2 old. They're Prairie School Santas that I did some time ago, so they're from the 2019 and the 2020 Prairie School Santas that I finished some time ago, and I never FFO'd them. They're still languishing. And a little freebie from Misty Pursel from Luminous Fiber Arts that needs to be FFO'd, and then a parade of elephants that I finished as part of this year's WIPGO, and something else. But and then I have the ones that were supposed to be finished this month that I may or may not get to. The 31st is tomorrow, is the end of the month, and if I do them, I'll probably do them in the middle of the night, or I may end up having doing them in January. I don't know. It just depends on how things go here. But so first of all, I think I'm going to do the a little bit of touch on a little bit of what I got for Christmas. So my sister-in-law Rachel gave each of us a little pair of these little glasses. Everybody got something different, So mine had a little. We were disagreeing whether it was a Santa or a snowman. Now that I look at it, it looks more like a snowman, but over there, a little Christmas tree. Kind of like a snowman Santa, whatever, because it has a little Santa hat rather than like a snowman top hat. My sister got some snowmen that have little top hats on them, so I don't know. But then I also got this little cross-stitch kit. It says Choose Joy by Loops and Threads, from my brother's brother-in-law, nephew's girlfriend, sorry. So she got me this little kit, and it comes with the thread and some Aida fabric, and I haven't decided whether I'm gonna maybe dye the fabric a little bit, because it's basically white Aida that usually comes in kits, and this kit has white stitching in here. It's not blank space; it's stitching, and but it's surrounded by these colors, and I haven't decided what if I'm going to do that or not. But anyway, and then Rachel also made for each of us a set of coasters. These are diamond painting coasters, so they have like cork on the back, so they're all very pretty designs and everything. So Yeah. And they came in a nice little holder thing. So yeah. And then my younger sister also gave me this sable little canvas tote bag thing. It has my name there on the front and the word sable. Stash acquired beyond life expectancy. And she made one for my sister Eve that says create, and one for Rachel that says enjoy, I think. I think it's what it says. Anyway, so so yeah, those are some of the Christmas presents that we got. So then, real quick, I want to go over the WIPs I have been working on. So one of the ones I talked about, the Elephant Biscornu by Tinymodernist, and I haven't done any more on that, so it's the same as it was last week. But then the other number that was called was for this Voyage of Discovery by Stoney Creek, and it's the in from 1992 was the 500th year of since the Columbus ships sailed. So that's what this was in celebration of back then. And so I had said I wanted to do a little bit of the ship, and I did do some more of the shades and the clouds, but the crow's nest, I'm lacking 2 stitches that there and another color that is going to be used also in the bottom of the ship. But I did get to a lot of the ship. I'm still working on that, and I worked to some degree on this other shade. You can't really even see it. Because there's white, and then there's very, 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 very light blue, and then very light blue. So, but the lightest light blue color is not in here. Just the other slightly darker light blue color is not in here. But like down here, these little single areas are that other light blue color. So I just did, I got to the end of a thread, and I thought, that's enough of that. And I started working on the browns in the ship down here. So it actually looks like something now. Anyway, I think today is the 6th day on that. So I don't know. I hope to get to a little more of that. And then I have been working on Black Cat season, because one of my new starts for this month's WIPGO was the next Black Cat season. And technically I've done, let me get my glasses on because it's easier for me to see. So technically I did have other new starts. So, on my WIPGO board, I had new starts listed, and I wanted to start the next Black Cat season series chart. And the next in the A Year in the Woods, the number 12 chart, the Reindeer. So, but technically, I had done those little snowball pillow things, so that is technically a new start and an FFO. But I still wanted to get to this. So last Saturday, I was working on the bottom of this cat that goes on the end of this chart, and just this afternoon or this morning or whatever, earlier when I was filming with my sisters, I did these little star things, and then there's like a line of orange across here, and then there's this continuation of this is the tail of the cat. So this chart's almost done, and then I did a little bit of the border underneath it, and then technically I started the next chart. It says beware house panther, and there's a cat and two little like shutter kind of things on either side of this window that say fierce and something else. And I have the chart right here, and I can't put my hands on it. There it is. So, so this is the previous one, number 3, the blackest cat. No, yeah, blackest cat. And so I'm right in here. I have this part of the tail to go, and this line, and this will be done because I did all the feet there. And then part of the border is these little cat heads, if you will. I use this somewhere up here, but I'm using it again here to separate this chart from this one here. And so this one is House Panther is the name of it. So it says beware. So all I've done right now is the black part of the B here. But it says fierce and deadly, House Panther. Yeah, that's what black cats are often called, the House Panther. So, and then this is the little freebie chart thing that from Lindy Stitches website. Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches is the designer for that. So, let me move these out of the way. So that was December, and I did start the Reindeer. That was my other new start that I wanted to do. This is from A Year in the Woods, but it's the Cottage Garden Samplings series that they did this year. And I did get the Reindeer started. So I got the border done just so I could start. This is the beaver that I did before, and all I did on him was the tree that's on that the top of that chart. But so this is I did the border. Oh, that's the bat. And got to here so I could start the new chart. So this is the reindeer. This is the one color of his antlers. And if you look closely, you can tell that's his ear, that's his eye, that's his nose, and that's his mouth of the reindeer. Yeah. So, yeah, so that I did the darker part of his antler, and then the ear and the eye, and the nose and the mouth. There. So that was my last new start of December. But I did get to it. So I got the 2 new starts, met that goal. I'm going to work on Voyage of Discovery to hit that goal. I hit the goal for the other one, Elephant Biscornu. I hit that goal of working 6 days on that, so I did that. So the only other thing left is the 2 FFOs, and I mentioned those, excuse me, on my FFO parade thing. The part 2 of that, I mentioned the FFOs that I have yet to do. Excuse me. Sorry. So, so the new numbers for January were called for WIPGO, and like I said, I worked on my WIPGO board, and so I went through all of my charts, and there's like 3 pages of this, but I worked on. I put my WIPs in here somewhere. Oh, right here. These are WIPs. These are WIPs. All my WIPs. I had all of them that I worked on this past year. That I'm not gonna include those in my WIP parade, simply because I've talked about them all year long. So I'm not gonna do that. But some of them are carryovers from last year, but not all the ones that I've been working on. Like Voyage of Discovery, I've been working on that for a few years now. on as long as I've been doing WIPGO. It's been on my WIPGO board. I've just made, have had shorter goals on it, so I haven't finished it. And it's a big chart. It's huge. It's almost full coverage, but it's a big chart. And so I'm thinking actually I might for Mania do what I've done before, a ship Mania, and work like a week on each of my 4 ship patterns: the Voyage of Discovery, Old Clipper Ship, Running with the Wind, and Ship Serenity are the 4 ship patterns that I have. And so maybe I'll do that in May as part of Mania, as well as whatever the numbers for WIPGO are for May. So anyway, so what I did was I put new WIPs, the ones they're primarily the ones I did for Mania in this year, which I just did two days on each of these, like, I don't know, like 13 or 14, yeah, I think it was a total of 16 charts, and that I've came up with. But anyway, I did like 2 days on each of these charts that I had, and then so those are all WIPs. And then I did I included 2 charts that I designed, that I want to get some more progress on them. Come Thou Fount, I'll talk about that in a little bit, and Wayfaring Stranger, those are 2 that I designed. And then I have some that are both WIPs and new starts, some that are partial, because I talked about how I wanted to include some of the series that I did, like this Year in the Woods. There's 12 charts, right? So I've done most of them. Of all the 12, I've started 9 of them. And so I have 3 left: the Bald Eagle, the Barn Owl, and the Woodpecker. So those are on here as new starts. And so for each block, I have a WIP and another WIP or a new start, just depending on what they are. So it's still a little bit in flux, but so like Sleepy Hollow, I'm almost finished with a number 2 of Sleepy Hollow, and but there's still number 3 and number 4. So those are new starts. But anyway, so the January numbers were called, and it was number 9 and number 22, as I understand it. So for number 9, I have listed Rabbit Rabbit is my sort of secondary entry. And I don't have a specific one of the Rabbit Rabbits. I have 9 of them. 3 of them I finished. January, February, March. I've FFO'd them. And the others are all unfinished. So I'm going to pick a Rabbit Rabbit for January. I haven't decided which one yet. And then the other number 9 is Seahorse Soiree Biscornu by Heartstring Samplery. That's this one here. Seahorse Soiree Biscornu. So it's all these little sea creatures. There's fish, there's a sea turtle, there's some seahorses, obviously, and various things. I think this is a whale, if I recall correctly. But there's various fish and sea creatures. Yeah, that's a whale. That's his, you can't see it there very well, but that's his little spout right there. Anyway, so I just got a little bit of start on it. So there's the edge, the water on it that's used as a border, and some blob. I don't know what that is. That's in the Biscornu. So that's my number 9, along with whatever Rabbit Rabbit I choose to work on. And then for number 22, the bear is my main focus, if you will. So the goal I have for for the Seahorse Biscornu is 7 days. That's my standard goal that I put on almost everything, is 7 days to work on it. Because I figure if there's 2 called, that's 14 days, and then I have a little bit of flexibility to work on like the Rabbit and whatever else is called. So the Bear by Cottage Garden Samplings is the number 22, and I started in the corner here, so I have some of the cattails and a couple of the fronds. So I'm hoping to get more of this done. And this is 32 count, I think, linen. So all of these from this series are all on the same color linen that I dyed myself. But so this is how far I got on the Bear. So that's my number 22 WIPGO call. And then the other one for that month is this Snowy Reindeer. I started this this month in December just on a whim, just for fun. So this is the Frosty Forest series, and the particular block is Snowy Reindeer, is the way I understand the title. So it's this little thing, and this is by Country Cottage Needleworks. They all sound the same. Country Cottage Needleworks. So, and this has a Jabco button right here that you can use, or you can stitch. There's a charted snowflake design, and that's all I've gotten so far is that snowflake. Yeah, and this is 28 count Lugana that I dyed myself. That I used. This is just a little scrap that I had. So this part with this dark color may or may not make it into the the stitching. I just had that. So that is my current WIPGO calls for this month. But the rest of this here. So the rest of my WIPs that I'm going to do in my WIP parade right now, I'm not doing in any particular order, but this is what's on my board. So the first thing I did was, the first one I have here is Come Thou Fount, which is one of my own designs, and I originally stitched this in 2018. I finished it, and I had it. I know I had it on the brag table for Stitch Nanigans, and this is, and it's a setting of the hymn "Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing," and the alphabet that I used here is one that I got from another pattern. So, but then I was also dissatisfied with the water. It's just kind of boring and not very good. And so anyway, that's Come Thou Fount of Every Blessing. So because I was dissatisfied with it, I recharted it and made some changes and restarted it. So this is the beginning of it. So it's just the water. I changed the water to make it a little more interesting, a little different. And this little neem winter. It's my friend Sharon Metcalf. She sent me a bunch of random things. It made it into needle minders, and so this is one of them. But anyway, so that's the beginning of that, and so I'm hoping I have it recharted, and I'm hoping to work on that some more this year, because by the time I recharted it, whenever I did it, I didn't get around to stitching on it very much. So I'm hoping to get more of that done now that it's kind of ready to go. Anyway, so that's there. And then, so let me put these here. And you probably are going to hear a lot of zippers because I don't want to get things all mixed up, so I didn't take them out of the project bags. So this is more of that Year in the Woods, and think I have... Yeah, I think I have all of them on here that I hadn't gotten to. So this is the Jackrabbit. And I think that's on here. Yeah, the Jackrabbit. This is the one that somebody had shown this chart. Oh, I can't think of her name. Had shown this chart, and I thought, that is so adorable. And that's what prompted me to get all of the ones in this series. So there's the Jackrabbit, the Fox, and the Swans are the actually have the working copies of all of these charts, and I don't know where the rest of the actual charts are. Hold on one second real quick. I think I took them all out. Yeah, so let me just show these three. First of all, so the yeah, the Fox is the number one of this series, and then the Swans, and then the Jackrabbit is number 3. So, so these are all done on this, like I said, the similar fabric, like I showed the bear. The Fox is the one I've gotten furthest on, and this is the Swans, and this is the Jackrabbit. So I just have a little bit of all the other charts. Partly because I charted this border, and I see I actually have to extend it on here for the Jackrabbit. But yeah, so I've done a little bit on each of those charts. Primarily a lot on the Fox, because that was the one I think I don't remember when I started it, but yeah. So those 3 are all on my WIPGO board, I believe. And those are, this is like 32 count, I think, linen that I dyed for that. And the charts are a combination of, I think mostly Gentle Arts and DMCs. And actually, this one, the bear, also has the ferret and, what did I say? The ferret and another one. I don't think I have the project bag with me. It's the ferret and the raccoon, I think. And these are, I just have the tiniest little start. There's a little bitty start there, and this is the ferret, a little bit of start there, and then the bear. So those 3 are all on the WIPGO chart. But like I said, the bear is the first one up of those. And so, so for new starts, I have, from that series, I want to go ahead and do these since I've got the series here. Again, on that same fabric. So I'm going to have to, excuse me, the same fabric. So I actually going to have to, I think, put in the border, because I don't know what order these 3 will be called in, but they have to be in order on the fabric. So number 7 is the Bald Eagle. This is from July. And number 8 is the Barn Owl. And number 9 is the Woodpecker. So these 3 are technically new starts as part of that series. So I actually want to do the border so I can put the border and the divisions so that I can put whichever one gets, you know, ends up being called or whatever. I don't know if I'm going to do it that way or how I'm going to do it, but that's a new start. And then as part of that series idea, I am doing the rabbit charts, and these are by ink circles. So this is, I'm going to just go back the way I find them. This is December, and this one I didn't get very far on, so I just have this little beginning of it. And these are, all the rabbits are done on this 32 count Merino Carré that Hobby Lobby used to carry. I think they only carry one color of it now, but they used to have several different colors. So this one was, they had a gray and another color, a brownish color, I think, of this plaid color. And then this is, I want to say October. Yeah, this is October. And I just got a very minimal start on this one. And November, and that is, sorry, the needle minder is grabbing everything here. This is November. So I've got a little carrot in the corner. I think this is November. And then August is on this same fabric, I think. Maybe not. No, maybe this is August, actually. I don't know. Because I've got some of them sharing fabric because I decided to use the same fabric for a couple of them. It's not here. So I don't know. I don't know where it is. But, oh, here, yeah. This is November. This one little lone rabbit, I think, is on here. Or not. I don't know. Maybe I was going to restart it. I don't know. So I'll have to look into that for those. But that's rabbit part of the rabbit charts. So we're gonna have a crap-a-lanch here soon. Move that out of the way. And so here's some more rabbits. I think, yeah, sorry. So this is July. And this one is pretty far along. There. And this is April. This one here. And that's here. It's about halfway done. Yeah. And then May. That is this here. And then June. Yeah. This is June. And there's That's about halfway done. And then September is on the same fabric. That's almost finished. So that's September. So those are all here. I think that's an extra piece of fabric. But so they all use, and all of these are done with silk threads, and that was my first use, only I think so far, use of silk threads. Just because I used it for the first one I did, which I did for a cross-stitch camp. It was January 1. And it was the first time we were supposed to use something we never used before or something like that, something new. And so that's why I chose the silk threads for that. So then I have my next one. I have these both in the same project bag because these are both Silver Creek Samplers charts. So this one is called Give Greatly. Your greatness is not in what you have, but what you give. There's a little bunny and a carrot, giving a carrot nose to the snowman. And Lost and Found is the other chart that's in this. This is another Silver Creek Samplers. It says, I am a lost sheep gone astray. Shepherd, find me, this I pray. O shepherd, listen to my prayer and keep me in thy loving care. That's really cute. So I had a very minimal start. This is, again, for Mania. These two starts. So you can barely see it on there. But I had this start. And this was for... I'm going to have to look very carefully because I think... I don't know. I'll have to look at the chart more carefully because I can't. It looks to me like that's the Lost and Found chart, that one single line. And then, yeah, this is, I think, the bunny's ear from Give Greatly. So you can barely tell what they are, but they had just had a minimal start. Uh-oh. I just dropped something. I hope that wasn't... Oh, no, okay. Sorry, needle about to fall out. I don't have a needle minder. Ouch! In this one, I don't think. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's on my WIPGO board. I'm hoping to get something significant done with those. If I have 7 days of working on each of those, I should be able to get significant progress on that. And so the next one I have this is Sleepy Hollow by Tinymodernist. And I don't know if I have right here with me. Yeah, these were, I don't think I have a picture of the actual thing. So there are 4 charts, and I have completed the first one, and then which is here, and this is 28 count even weave. I think it might be it might be Lugana, but I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like it. But anyway, so this is the number 1 chart. I am going to theoretically make them into drums, so I don't have the little toppers done yet, but they're out there. I have them. And then this is number 2, and on this one, all I have to do is there's another shade of green, and then some a little bit of back stitching, like the smiles on the skeletons and some vines, and I have to do the stems on the pumpkins, but this one's almost done also. And then the number 3 and number 4 these charts are going to be new starts. There's a little, border pattern for each one, but I haven't done them because I want to make sure they're all in the right place for that. So number 3 and number 4 are on my chart, but as new starts. So we shall see how that comes up. And again, I may have to fall back and bunt. In order, if like say number 4 comes up before number 3 comes up, because I don't have the borders for those done yet. So we'll see how that comes about. I think those scissors go in there. Okay, so then next I have, this is a Prairie Schooler. It's a series of 7 charts, one of which I've started. I think this was just a new start. I don't think it was part of Mania. But this is Prairie Schooler, and these are very much like the Blackrock Angels that I showed on my FFO parade. It's the same kind of style and the same kind of color palette, blues and blacks and golds. And so the one I started was this one here. And I got just a little bit started on that. And this is 28 count Lugana, I believe. Or Lugana or Eden Weave. But so I got just the town, I don't know if it's the town of Bethlehem or whatever the town is. It's this one here that, with Mary and Joseph. I think this is the one. I think that's the one I just started. Yeah, it looks like it. But yeah. So I just got a little bit of a start on that. So everything else of the other 7 charts or 6 charts are going to be new starts. And I don't know. I haven't spaced them out, so I don't know exactly how they're going to fall. If some number gets called, it's it doesn't really actually matter. They're not numbered. I don't think in the chart. So the next one is another one that I designed after my dad passed away, and this is called Wayfaring Stranger. And if it's an old hymn, I am a poor wayfaring stranger, that we sang at the church my dad's parents were members of, and my dad was pastor for a while. And I don't think I have a picture with me here with the could you show the chart briefly? So the words are, I am a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through the world below, this world below. I am just, and then I'm skipping part of it, and then the last line of it, I am just going over Jordan. I am just going over home. And then my dad's name and dates on there. So all I really have on this, because I'm doing a very tiny fabric count, all I have is the border right now. So I'm hoping to get more of that done. And this is 1/2 on, I think it's 46 count. It's very tiny. So there's that, and I hope, again, to get more done on that, because the goal is 7 days, so I think I should be able to do more on that. Okay, I'm trying to zip through these here. So this is Sheepish Manor. And this is, I want to say, is it Chessie and Me? I forget. But this is the picture that came with it. So there's a little house and the sheep and the this is a place for you to put your initials on there. And I want to say it might have been a kit, but yeah, I think it was a kit that I got at the attic. Yeah. And it came with silks. So this is as far as I got. I just started on with the house here. So, and again, 7 days, I hope maybe I can finish it. But yeah, so I have all the silks that came with it, and, you know, and it's not very big. It's just, you know, I think it was a mania start. I just had, you know, a couple of days working on it. So this is Karma Chameleon by Tinymodernist. And this one, I don't know if I started it during Mania, or if it was a market design, whatever released at market. I don't know where I first came across it, but I really like it. And it's actually almost finished. There's just... yeah. So there's another color of his body. It's, yeah, and the border around it is done. And then there's a mushroom down here and some other things. But yeah, so he's coming along pretty well. And again, I think he's on there for like 7 days or something. No, the goal on it is to finish it. So yeah. So we shall see. That's Karma Chameleon by Tinymodernist. And actually, when I was working on it, I thought it was so cute. You know, that's why there's so much of it was done. And then Sweet Wing Studio. This is Deep Waters. Yeah. And again, this is here. And the quote is, "When you pass through when you pass through the waters, I will be with you." It's Isaiah 43:2. And this is, I want to say it's 28 count Lugana, and I dyed this myself. And so I just have, I started I think in the middle, so I have the waters, I will be with you. So I don't have any of the other, you know, like the little sea creatures and all that kind of stuff in there yet. So, but yeah. So for that, this is, yeah. Is there 2 in here? Yeah, there's 2 in here. So these are my French designs. This one is Jardin Privé ou lapin dans mon jardin. A rabbit in my garden, I think is what it's called. It's a snow globe design, but there's a bunny. He's pulling carrots up, I guess. And there's a bird and all this kind of stuff. It's a garden. There's a snail. And there's a butterfly, a ladybug, a dragonfly. Yeah. So I got a little bit of a start. I think I just have some of the leaves. It's I did a left-hand corner start, so I just have some of the leaves there. And this is 28 count even weave that I dyed myself. And then the other one in here is the Madame Chantilly April Dolce Dormir, sweet sleep of April, I guess that's what you would say. But it's a mother and father bunny, and the baby bunny is sleeping on this big carrot in the wheelbarrow. And on this, they did the little baby bunny by himself. And then this is the big picture in the chart. So I did, I was doing the big picture. And this is 16 or 18 count, 18 count. And this is, I think, it's part of the branch, but I don't know. Yeah, I think this is a center start. You see it goes like this? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's maybe this part of the branch. I don't know. I have to look more closely at the chart to make sure I have that right side up as I continue it. But, so those are two more charts. They're sharing a bag for now. Probably because of mania. I had them both in the same bag. And so this is Lindy Stitches. Wandering Sheep, I think it's called. Sorry, everything's sticking to my needle minder here. And there's a place for you to put your initials on it. So this is this big black sheep, and so her initials are on here. So it says, I was a wandering sheep. I once preferred to roam, but now I love my father's voice. I love his home. So I started with the big sheep here. And in the instructions, it says something about how, to do the outline of the sheep helps you place your initials. So I did that because then when you go, you can fill in the sheep and you don't have to, leave a space for the initials there. So he looks a little stubby, but this is just the upper part of his legs. So there's that. And this is, I want to say 28 count Lugana. And this is charted in Threadworks overdyed, and I went ahead and ordered them from Lindy Stitches so that I could use the called for threads. Then this is Mama Cat. This is a Dimensions kit that I like the way it looks, and I bought it, and I can't find it. So it came with this green Ada, and it has this little cat with the glasses, the babushka. And so I started it here, and that's the cat's face, and I think the side of it, the scarf that the cat's wearing. Yeah, and so it came with this light green Ada in this kit, so I just went ahead and used it as provided, and it came with all the threads and stuff. And I can't get it back in the bag. Sorry. I'm making a big pile over here. I hope it doesn't tip over or anything. And so then I have these little mice. This These are designed by Tinymodernist. And I'm assuming she has like a series of these. Mouse's Beach Outing. It's a little mouse. And Mouse's Lucky Day. So I did these during Mania. So this Mouse's Beach Outing. And this is just a scrap of cloth I had. It's kind of a funky color. It's not very summery, I guess, but I like the way the colors look on it. So, yeah. And then this is Mouse's Lucky Day. I think it goes like this. The mouse is wearing this green outfit. The mouse isn't in there yet, but has, you know, just a horseshoe, a four-leaf clover, things like that. So, yeah. So to go along with this, one of the patterns that I bought at Mania, I believe, is called Mouse's Christmas Decorating. And I don't have that chart with me, I don't think. But that's going to be one of my new starts to go along with those two mouse designs. Yeah, I don't think I have it with me here. I didn't grab it. But that's going to go along with those. And then this is Nuit de Noël by Collection Tralala. There's a little Santa there. Night of Christmas, Christmas night. And I have just a teeny weeny start on this. So, yeah. That is, I don't think I have anything else in here. I don't have a hoop, I don't have threads, I don't have anything in here. And then another new start I have is this one here. I found this when I was going through all my my Punch, Needle, and Primitive Stitcher magazines. I had apparently printed this off. I think it's a little freebie from Little House Needleworks. And it's called 7 Pines. So there's little pine trees and then a little snowman and some snow on the ground there. And it's a very simple, really nice chart. And so I have not started it. But the only thing about this chart is that it lists the colors, the DMC colors, but not the numbers. So I'm going to have to look this up and find what colors go with what numbers go with these colors. But I also have this 46 count Bristol linen that I think I'm going to put it on. It's probably going to be very tiny with 46 count. I'm probably going to do it 1/2 for in the 46 count, but that's one of my new starts. So other than the Mouse's Christmas decorating, I think I've shown everything that's on my WIPGO board. And they're going to be in some combination. I didn't show them in the combination of the charts that'll be, you know, because I don't have them organized that way yet. But we'll see what we shall see. And I may have to move things around a little bit as the numbers are called and all that. I'm going to go ahead and quit now because because I've been here for quite a while and I don't know that my tablet will continue. But so that's everything for now. And if I forgot to mention something, I'll mention it next week. But that's all my WIPs that I'm working on this coming year, 2024. And that's it. So I will see you next time. And thanks for watching. Bye. Oops.